Good morning, angels. My mic is on today. If you were here yesterday, I tuned into yesterday's video. For the first 16 minutes, my mic was completely off, which I think was so appropriate for the angel of play, and also to the reminder to not take things too seriously. But my mic is on today. If it's not, please leave a comment and let me know. Before we get started, to drop into today's what wants to stream through and with what's here, with our asking who our guardian is and messages, I just want to come together for a moment, whether you're live or on the replay, and just take 2 deep breaths together and sync together in that way. There was just a beautiful reminder this morning that breath is life, and also breath is the ebb and flow, the inflow, the exflow, the expansion and contraction of being. So I would love for us to breathe together. So if that resonates for you, go ahead and close your eyes. Maybe place your hands on your heart, prayer, or just gently in your lap, however, or wherever it feels good. Maybe hands on belly. Exhaling all your air out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe one more. Inhale. And exhale. As we come together today, thanks for breathing with me. That feels really, really nice. This morning when I asked what's the frequency that we're connecting with today, the angelic frequency we're connecting with today, nothing came. Nothing, no word, no feeling. It was just silence. And I was like, oh, silence. And then I tuned in and I felt unknown. Today we're connecting with the frequency of the unknown. And what comes through for this is, how do you relate, you yourself personally, in your experience, in your lived and living experience? How do you experience the unknown? What is the unknown for you? And what does that bring up for you and bring forward? And how has your relationship shifted and changed with the unknown? So I invite you to just tune into that for a moment and see, just in asking, what is the unknown for me? And notice any feelings in your body, any sensations, any words, anything that comes forward, even if it's nothing. What is the unknown for you? I'll just take a pause there and let you, myself included, drop into that. A few years ago, I read this really amazing writing. And again, I wish I could remember who exactly said this. And it's like on the tip of my frontal lobe. It's like in my third eye. So it might come a little later, and I'll try to find it and share it later. But it actually, it might have been Deepak Chopra actually, but basically that the unknown is the place. Yes, okay, I just got confirmation that it was Deepak Chopra. And I won't quote it exactly, but basically the premise of it being that the unknown is the space of infinite possibility. So shifting the perspective, because I think a lot of us here in this human experience, myself included, I know I've had fear of the unknown because I don't know what's there and I don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. All I can have is faith and trust that what I'm feeling in my intuition is what will continue to guide me, in trust that it's all going to unfold perfectly. And with that, the divine inspiration that comes with the action of that supports and says to my reality, to the universe, to God, whatever is in your understanding of spirit, that by my conscious choice, like my action and my trust and faith in what I want and in what it is that I'm choosing to bring forward, brings this space of unknown. Because a lot of times when we are saying yes to something that we haven't said yes to before, even if we have said yes to something like it, we're always saying yes to something new. And sometimes that shows up really big in our lives, like, okay, we're leaving a job and going into this endeavor and have no idea what's going to happen. Or it's as simple as I'm going to eat, a fruit bowl this morning instead of pancakes. It's all of those are unknown, like unknown how your body's going to react, all that stuff. So I think I was reading the seven cosmic laws of success. I think that's the name of it, seven laws of success, and by Deepak Chopra, and he mentions that the unknown is the space of infinite possibility, which I just so loved, because in the unknown, anything is possible. It's true. Hi, Ange. It's so good to have you here. And so with that perspective, and I invite you, if you haven't invited that kind of perspective into the unknown space, or maybe have, inviting it into a new way of, yeah, what's possible here? How big can I dream? What can I do differently? What can be, what's here, And so that's, and I'm feeling this very gentle, almost like yellow energy, kind of like whooshing through the ground, which is lovely because it's like light, it's like igniting and having this moment. So the unknown is a really beautiful place to be. And yes, there can be fear that comes up, there can be uncertainty and the sort of like, I don't know what's happening. And that's beautiful too, because what I have found in the beauty of jumping or dancing or walking into the unknown is that it will bring up all of the things that say that faith is not enough, or that trusting is not enough, or all the times that, whatever we had at the time that helped us protect ourselves or helped us navigate life, a lot of those fears and those patterns and programs and beliefs will come up because, now that we're in this new awareness, and every now, then we don't need those anymore. So it's like almost like filtering and moving through the system. So the unknown is this really incredible space of just what's possible here. What is possible for me in this moment, and really bringing it to simplicity. This realm is a realm of action, where it's also a realm of being, and how do those dance in harmony. So in calling forward or stepping into a space of unknown, what is it that can be done right here, right now, in its simplicity, that will support you and myself, right, in our individual paths as well as a collective, to unfold this path of the rose? Like, what's the next place? So let me know if that resonates, and definitely chop into the comments and share your experience of the unknown, and what does that mean for you. And I'll share for me, like, I've stepped into so many moments of the unknown in my life, all the time, right? Because we I think as humans like to think that we know what's going to happen, but the truth is we don't ever know. We're always in the unknown. Sometimes it's just more amplified because we have more awareness of the impact of our choices, So it can be a really tender place. It can also be a really beautiful place at the same time. So, Ange says, oh my, yes, my inner angels of faith and trust came up for me this month as I am about to move, start a job, and get an apartment in a new city. Very many uncertainties have come up. Yes, resonating for me. Amazing, Ange. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And the thing is, thank you for sharing that. I have goosebumps. We can have these moments of uncertainty and right, that faith and trust coming in, and how beautiful to be starting a new adventure, how beautiful to be starting that newness and seeing what's there. And oftentimes for me, I know that, sometimes I'll get in my mind and my brain and it'll try to overanalyze and figure things out, and that doesn't ever work in long term, ever, even in short term, and for me. And so what I have found is that even when I forget trust and faith, I continue to come back to that and have this moment of like, okay, all right, I had a moment of freak out, or a moment of, I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, faith and trust. What do you know? What do you know? What do you trust here in the body? What do you trust here in your heart? It's like, okay, yes, I know that this is for me. And that's, that comes with your intuition and your gifts that come more online. The more that we say yes to the intuitive pull, whether we know it or like know what it is or not, we trust. We're like, I don't know why, but I know I have to do this, or I know I have to go in this direction. I don't know why. And then opening that wonderment of the inner child, the wonderment of life, and seeing, oh, what's new here and what's possible, right? Continuously stepping into that space of curiosity and faith, and also having moments where it's just like, okay, I'm freaking out right now, or I'm having a moment of, I don't know, okay, moving the body, making sound, whatever supports you. Yeah, so it's so beautiful. I'm so excited for you, Ange. Like, yes, amazing. I'm so excited for you to start a new rendition of this life experience. All right, tuning in. Let's tune in together. We're all creating this space together. Who is our guardian of today in this frequency of the unknown? I love it. Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. I love the, gosh, it's always so on point, I think. Oh God, so good. Let's focus that. Can we focus? Thank you. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection to your inner voice. Exactly. You always know the answer. You do. Even when you don't know how it might show up in the physical, you always know what's right here, and tuning in. And this is something that's been coming up really big for me for a while now, but really in the last several weeks is to continue to come back to this space of introspection, continuing to come back to this space of tuning in, listening, and really becoming still and silent, right? And not silent in the sense of like, force, or like be really still, like not like that, but in the space of just like that inner quiet, that inner space where like you tune in so deeply to the voice. And sometimes it can be very hard to hear depending on what's going on and what other things are present in your field and in your reality, but that voice is always there. And I think that's the beauty. That's something that's coming in real time right now. That's the beauty of the unknown, is that it gives you, if you so choose, increased awareness, right? In the unknown, everything is heightened because it's unknown. So there's a space of alertness, I think, within the body and within the field. And so that really amplifies awareness, and it amplifies what resonates and what doesn't, and what are the mechanisms that are in place within the field, within the DNA and the body, that are operating sometimes at levels that are not in sovereignty and integrity with who you are in this now moment, and welcoming forward what is, right? So it's almost like I'm going to offer this perspective because the angelics, the frequencies, the divines coming through in the space of when stepping into what feels like a big space of the unknown. Utilize it and view it and be in it in a space of, oh, I am upgrading my gifts. I'm upgrading my intuition and my psychicness and my awareness. This is a major upgrade. This is an opportunity for me to really tune in and tap in to what is in resonance with me, my heart, and my service in the world for the highest good of all. And so it's like an amplification, which I think is so incredible, which is like why I think sometimes it can be really edgy and can be very, what's the word? charged. It can be very like, what's happening? What's going on? Ah! It can be like that. So continuously coming back to this space of inner quiet and introspection, and really stepping into the witness, stepping into this witness observer, and yes, observing yourself, having the experience while having the experience, whatever that is, as well as witnessing the bigger picture, like what's here, what's happening, and what are all the things that are in place, and like really seeing it, right? Amazing, 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 amazing. Tuning in for a moment, I'm tuning in, and let's ask together, what is the message of the day today? What is the message of the day today? I love it when I just picked my hands up and the cards came up with me. It was the Pillar of Light, which I love. I love that card. It's probably my favorite card in the entire deck. Okay, got it. I just heard that was it. That was the message. Okay, so we'll do that. Amazing. So I love this card so much. This card is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Pillar of Light. You can see the card. Beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and pick both of these up together so you can see them together. Pillar of Light and Master Buddha. I love this so very much. So the Pillar of Light card I love because it's the reminder that we are the bridge. It's the reminder that we are the connection between, the multidimensional realms and divine, the higher realms, as well as the lower realms of the earth and of the soil and of the depths of all of it. And through our heart, connecting to, the divine heart, the heart that beats through all things, the cosmic womb, cosmic heart, and then the divine heart, and then the divine heart, the earth heart, the crystal heart, the diamond heart of the earth, and our heart, right? Same thing, our sun, the sun that's within the earth, and the sun here. So we are the bridge, we are the connectors, we are the pillar of light. And so what I love about this card, it talks about in its sort of description in the book, it's that we are the oracle. We have the information that we need at all times, always within ourselves. And we don't ever need to really go seeking it outside of ourselves. And I say that as well with that we are a reflection dimension. We are a dimension of reflection, of polarity, of all of that. And so reflection is really powerful. Like I love this exercise of, if there's something in my life, or if there's something that I'm uncertain of, or there's something that I'm like, why is this happening? Right? Take a look at your reality. Take a look at what's in your world, like what's here. And it becomes very clear when we step into the space of witness and step into the space of observer and just see, oh, this is happening. And sometimes we still don't know what's going on in a sense, like it's still not clear fully, but there's this thing of like, okay, I'm seeing this pattern, or I'm seeing this happening, and this has happened in my life before. When has it happened before, etc. So again, observer. So a lot of what I'm getting in today's message with the angel of the unknown, that energetic frequency, and increased awareness, and the pillar of light is awareness, just observing more, coming more into the space of like that beingness of like, what's here, and let me observe, and let me really tune in, let me really take the time to be still, to be quiet, and that I can take that time, which then informs the doing, then informs the action to take next. So my invitation to you is, and to myself, of course, is to go into introspection more often, to take time, whether it's in nature, in your home, to actually just take the space to not have to do anything on a deadline or anything, even if it's just 5 minutes in your day where it's just like, this is my container, this is my time, and I'm just going to listen. I'm just going to observe and listen and see what's here, to really tune in and tune up, right? The tuning for getting very clear. I know that for myself, I've been becoming way more sensitive these last few weeks, and not in a way where, yes, there's been a little bit of like, whoa, that's really can be overwhelmed, but it's more of just like my sensitivity to what's around and within me is getting so fine tuned. And the more that I actually listen and like drop into prayer, drop into meditation, into introspection, and really into that witness, is where it almost doesn't matter what's in the unknown, because I am becoming more clear with what it is that I'm pulling and calling forward. So take that as it resonates and leave what doesn't. And yeah, increased awareness. So those of you who are really in a space of unknown right now, and I think that's very many of us, there's a lot of things, I think in general, since really 2012, there's been a lot of more unknownness, because more of us have come into a remembrance that that stepping, it's like the unknown invites us to step into deeper communion with ourselves, right? And I mentioned that this is a space of polarity, and what we're in right now is allowing those polarities to come together in union, to come together and dance together, right? Not operating just from the feminine, not operating just from the masculine. It's how do they dance together? How do we allow ourselves to be the inner marriage, the inner union within ourselves? And I think as a collective, and in not just like on earth, but collectively, across the whole cosmos, the universe, there's this integration of how are we coming into union? How are we allowing ourselves to dance within like the unification, the communion of the polarity, and not so much operating from this or that. It's like I can really flow and dance and be in both, or be in one but not negating the other. You know what I'm saying? So I love that communion, because communion for me has always been a connection to the church and like communion, right? But it is like, it's how do we commune with ourselves in union and allowing it to dance together. So I love you both. I love that just came through. I love you both. I love you, king. I love you, queen. I love you, feminine, masculine. And of course, and there's so many multi versions and realms. It's not just feminine or just masculine. There's so many expressions of within that, the full spectrum within all of that. So yeah, I think what I know is that when we allow ourselves to go into this space of connecting deeply with ourselves in whatever way that resonates for you, we come into deeper communion and understanding within ourselves, and that sovereignty, that union within. And it's something that I'm upgrading deeply in right now into another level, and I know so many others are as well. So wherever you are on the journey within that, or if this is the first time you're ever hearing of communion within the inner marriage, Heroes Gamos, um, it asks of us quite a bit to listen, because the wisdom is all within. All we need to do is listen. So I love you. And I think that's all for the message today in spoken word. If you are able, I invite you to close your eyes and come into a space of stillness, of silence, of receiving and observing as well, and allowing the tones that are going to come through in this moment, in just a moment, to resonate in whatever way they need to within your body, or if not, just allowing them to nourish your heart in whatever way is most supportive for you in this now. I love you and thank you for being here and tuning in. You are loved. The spirit is always singing its song. All we have to do is listen and tune in. And the song can look and feel and sound and be an infinite amount of things. It can be a dance through your physical body. It can be an actual song that moves through your voice. It can be through your writing, through your art, through your connection to the earth, through your ability to flow and work with money. It can be painting. It can be your ability to connect with others. Your soul has a beautiful song to sing, and it is always singing it. And we, as the vessels, the physical body, are the cave, are the vessel, are the container, the resonance to allow that song to sing through us. So I invite you to listen to your song and let it be revealed to you more and more in every moment by your curiosity, by your wonderment of the world, and allowing the perspective of everything is new in every moment, right? And everything is old in every moment, right? The polarity and the union of that, and just being in this space of wow and observing. And this but the word that's coming through is neutrality, which I don't mean in the sense of like negating or pushing away feelings. Absolutely not. Definitely feel deeply. We are emotional beings. We cry, we move, we are in motion. And can it also be observed from the space of deep compassion and love and neutrality of like, wow, this is what is in this moment. And from that place, being able to see, okay, my next step is this. So I love your song because it sings so uniquely and beautifully through you. And I'm so grateful that you are the one delivering it, your song, in whatever way that is. And so, as we are stepping into deeper layers and expansiveness of the unknown, let it be the realm and the universe, the multiverse of infinite possibility, and asking, okay, I'm going into a place I've never been before. What's possible here? That's the question that I will leave you with today, for you to journey with for as long as you want, if you want to. As I step into greater layers and experiences of unknown, what's possible here? I love you. Thank you for being here with me if you've tuned in live and if you're on the replay. It's always now, so you're here with us. And for sharing your hearts, sharing your wisdom, sharing your beingness with me and your unique human physical expression that is the infinite expression of God, Goddess, Spirit, Universe, whatever resonates for you. I love you. I will see you tomorrow for day 9 of 21 days of angel songs. And a reminder that today's guardian is Master Buddha, increased awareness, and our message is Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. You have all the answers. Tune in, let your awareness expand, and yeah, receive what comes. I love you. Mwah. See you tomorrow. And if these messages are resonating, whether it's the one from today or any of the previous days or the ones to come, please feel free to share this video, share this transmission, the sound, the songs. And if you feel like doing a 21 Days of Angels yourself, I highly recommend and invite you to do so. It's really fun to tune in and see what's here. For me, it came through with songs. For others, it comes through images of angels or people or places or spaces that represent angels to them. So whatever angels mean for you, and angelic frequency and that connection to the divine that's all in all things. yeah, I invite you to do your own 21 Days of Angels. And I love you. Thank you for being here with me. And yeah, feel free to share if anything that comes through for you also during these transmissions and these spaces. I'd love to hear. It's really beautiful to connect in that way. And I love receiving and sharing together. So I love you. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be well and have a wonderful, wonderful day and evening wherever you are.